In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Hello again from North Carolina. So we saw a miracle. The granddaughter is here and we are delighted. She's perfect. I don't know if you've ever studied how babies are born and how they start with 2 cells and just grow into this amazing miracle of God. Many study it from a scientific standpoint, but boy, you study it with the heart and you see the goodness of God, the richness of God, the majesty of God, the miracles that He performs every day. So we're blown away and full of joy. Today, I want to read to you out of Mark 14 as Jesus is preparing to go to the cross. You remember that we just saw the story of a woman who celebrated Jesus, who honored him by pouring perfume on his head. And Jesus said, this was preparation for my burial. Well, today we're going to see how he prepared for the Last Supper. We're in Mark 14, and I'm going to read verses 12 through 16. And they say this: on the first day of unleavened bread, when the Passover lamb was being sacrificed, his disciples said to him, where do you want us to go and prepare to eat the Passover? Now, they didn't understand this was going to be what we call the Last Supper. This was going to be a Passover before Jesus is crucified to pay for your sins and mine. They didn't understand that. They thought this was just a regular Passover every year. And so Jesus knew, though, that this was something special. He said in verse 13, he sent 2 of his disciples and said to them, go into the city, and a man will meet you carrying a pitcher of water. Follow him. And wherever he enters, say to the owner of that house, the teacher says, where is my guest room in which I may eat the Passover with my disciples? And he himself will show you a large upper room, furnished and ready. And so prepare for us there. Well, the disciples went out and came to the city, and they found it just as he had told them. And they prepared the Passover. What I want you to see today, in addition to Jesus knew what was going on, and he knew where the Passover was to be held, and he knew how the disciples could get there. And things unfolded, now are you listening, just as he said they would. Well, in a few days, we're going to talk about how Jesus rose from the dead just like he said he would. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. If Jesus says it, you can count on it, because it will unfold just like he says it will. Well, God bless you as you trust Jesus and walk with him, because he's for you and not against you, and he leads you into rich abundance of life. I look forward to being with you tomorrow. I'll see you then.
Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus.